What's happening, YouTube? Burkcat8 Joey here. Got a few cards to go through, and I'm not sure which ones. I don't know if I showed any of these in my last video. It's been a little bit. It's been slow going, so these might be some duplicate ones I've shown. Bear with me. My memory is terrible. Unless I go through my last two videos, I'm not going to remember. But it's been slow going as of late. It's just been to get my Spectra Hall of Fame autographs. There's 10 of them released. I have 6 of them. I'm going to show a couple today. The last 4 has just been tough because the reasoning behind it is Spectra is not going to be opened a whole lot personally, only through like group breakers because of the price. The price of everything right now is crazy, obviously. So I'm not having as many opportunities to get these cards unless they're being group breaked. Well, the group breakers have kind of are done with Spectra. So slow going. The last 4 are going to be a little bit tougher. That's okay. I am not worried that I won't get any of them at all. It's just the way it goes sometimes. So it is what it is. So, before people could buy boxes and they were expensive, but now it's just super expensive. You just can't buy them personally. So you're dealing with it. So, but I got a couple nice stories. I got some quality stuff to show. Not a whole lot because, like I said, unless it's something as a need, right now everything's tough to buy. Unless you got some really deep pockets. And then, plus, I do have a lot of stuff, so I'm it limits to what I can purchase that I don't already have. So it comes with the territory, which is okay right now because I had a surge there for a couple months where it was just a lot of stuff that I had to bid on and try to win, and I won some of it. If I won all of it, that would have been great, but it never happens like that. You don't see my losses. In fact, you'll probably see me only winning maybe 40% of the time on an auction that I want, because there's some pretty tough star collectors out there that also pay a lot of money for this stuff, which is fine. Competition is part of what it's. The star collectors are just as dedicated as I am, so there's some good ones out there. There's some people that'll pay, and which is fine. I mean, it comes with the territory. So, but I will get into some Spectra Hall of Fame. Let me get some painter's tape on this top loader here, but I haven't even taken that off yet. It's just been sitting. But since my last video, which is probably a month ago, I purchased 2 more, it looks like. And like I said, I don't know if I showed these or not already, so I don't think I have. So, but for Spectra Hall of Fame set, I'm going to take it out of the top loader. It's going to go in a magnetic anyway right away. Numbered 18 out of 50. In the Jets uniform, Curtis Martin. Now, Curtis Martin was already in the set as a Patriot. This is the one weird one where we first thought Curtis Martin came out a while ago, and he was coming out in a Patriots uniform. Now, me thinking as a collector, Curtis Martin, first off in my head, comes off as a Jet. In my head, as the most recognizable team that I think he made his Hall of Fame career mostly as a Jet. Just my opinion, though. That was the one I was kind of scratching my head about. Why is he a Patriot? But regardless, they got him in a different uniform, and they got him the one I wanted in the first. Now, this one is a little tough, and you'll see real close here that the autograph is kind of sketchy, bubbly, and yeah, wasn't dried correctly when signed. So, but this is black ink. I've seen a handful, maybe 2 or 3 that were in blue ink and looked better. So he did use a couple different pens. So this is one of those oddity ones. So, but I picked this up on the super cheap. Now this one, it was coming from, I live in Upper Michigan. It was coming from Minnesota, and it took like 3 weeks. It detoured down to Illinois for 2 weeks for whatever reason. So, I was hoping I got it. I got this card like super cheap, compared to what the rest of them are going for. So the autograph isn't perfect, but the price was right. And so I picked it up. I think it was like $35 shipped. And for now, that's a win. If you look up any of the Spectra cards now, none of them were going for $20 or $30. It just doesn't happen. Excuse me while I get a magnetic. So it's tougher. It's you're paying more. Everybody's paying more though. So it's part of the resurgence of football cards. Is it gonna be like this forever? I mean, who's to say it ain't gonna get worse than it is? It's part of the deal now. So my range becomes a lot more selective. I'm not buying as much more. It's just the way it goes. So this is why I always wait to put it in the magnetic glass, because the glares from magnetics are just not good. I like to show these cards raw, in person, hands down. Why I love the set so much. And for the most part, not this particular card, but every one I pick up is a new Hall of Famer to my list. So when my plan is to transition from the Spectra Hall of Fame set, which eventually will only be a few cards a year, unless they add more uniforms, which is totally fine with me. So I can start getting Hall of Famers that are already not going to be in the set because they're either deceased or they don't sign anymore. Like Lynn Swann, we've been waiting for, and I doubt we'll ever get a Lynn Swann through the set. So I'm going to have to pick up a Lynn Swann in a different card, which he had very, very little different cards, but I'm going to have to eventually get one. Deceased players and cuts and stuff like that. So my plan is to start picking up Hall of Famers that are not going to be in the set. So just like a Hall of Fame collection. And the Spectra Hall of Fame cards will be a big chunk of that. So the next card I show is a brand new one for me, and the one I was most excited for when they released the cards, the names for the 10 athletes that they were going to release, because I'm going to grab a magnetic right away. You know how I love the fat guys, and I've been waiting for Anthony Munoz for a long time. I mean, they haven't released him yet, but this is a close happening. And this card is stellar looking. Now, the condition on these cards is always very, very hard to come by a nice looking card, because the surface is so pertained to getting little nicks and scratches on the chrome surface. But when this card came in, I don't think I've ever... There's very few times where I get a card in from the set where I'm like, oh my god, this is a no-brainer gem. This would probably one of the easiest one I've ever had to call. I looked at the surface of this card and I went, it is flawless. A light cleaning, that's all it'd need, and it would be great. But it's Russ Grimm. And here's the things that I love about... Beautiful autograph, for one thing. This is 27 out of 50. Beautiful autograph, like I says. Inscribed the Hall of Fame. I love that when they do that. In the year, I love it when they do that. But look at this thing. So a Redskin. I'm trying to remember what Redskins we have in there already. I know we have John Riggins. And Bruce Smith in a Redskin uniform, I believe. And then it's getting to the point, there's so many cards in the set, I can't remember sometimes which teams have which players. But that's a beautiful example of a Russ Grimm. I was excited to get that one. And even the thing is, when I buy cards off eBay, you can't really tell from a picture at all what the condition is going to be. You can have an idea. Until you get it in hand, you're not going to really know. So you don't expect anything by just regular pictures. And when you get it in, if it's nice, more power to you. You know, it's just a cherry on top. So that's my thought process on it. I'm going for the card, not the condition, you know. So there we are with the Rust Grim. And these will be in their perfect fit sleeves pretty darn soon. You know, once I get to... I'm behind on my Instagram. I got to make some photos. I got to catch up. But that's probably something I'm going to do today because I have my day off. So that's my 2 Spectra Hall of Fame, guys. I need 4 more to be caught up. So, yeah, slowly but surely. Well, the last release, they had multiple different cards in different products last time. And it took me forever to get the Eric Dickerson in a Colts uniform because it came out of plates and patches. And it was just 3 or 4 sold on eBay, and I just didn't see another one for the longest time. And I maybe got that one a few months ago, and it took me, I think, 4 or 5 months to get it. But I finally, like I said, it eventually will happen. So 4 more to go out of the 10, not half bad. The one that was the toughest that we were really worried about was the Len Dawson, and it's the Texans uniform. I've only seen 2 of them. We lost out on both of them, but we know they exist. We saw every card. The Len Dawson took the longest to show up, and you always get worried because we had that in our set. If you've been following me for a while, that the Bob Greasy from 2013 Spectra has never shown up. So you always worry about another card doing the same thing. So we're all set. We just got to find 4 more. And a couple of them are not that tough. It's just that they're just all been bought up, and then they're just no more showing up. So I mean, they eventually will. It always does. So the next card has a great story. If you don't know already that I carry mail. So I know my customers, and I've known this particular guy I worked with like 20 years ago at a factory. And I've been delivering his mail for the last couple of years, and he collects vinyl records, and I've been dropping off records to his house on a regular basis. He knows me, that he knows where he wants me to put them so they're safe, and you know, it's a great relationship because you know, you can make your customers happy, and they do stuff like this for you. Well, he says, I bought this record and the guy sent me the wrong item. He sent me a card. I told him, I love that you collect this. I mean, collectors love collectors. We all understand each other. He collects records, I collect cards. I says, oh, boy, your record collection must take up a room. I says, I have my own room too. It's my card room. He goes, card room? I go, yeah, I collect sports cards. He goes, oh, I didn't know that. This guy sent me the wrong thing. And he refunded me, and he said, just keep it. And he sent him, when he got the record, that he had another record to sell, same record, so he just sent it. He says he didn't want to bother just shipping around town again, you know, around the way. So he just said, my fault for sending the wrong item. I'll send you another one, and you can just keep whatever I send. So he ended up sending him a sports card. I mean, he's like, I got a sports card, and I don't know what to do with it. It's just going to sit there and collect dust. I says, well, what do you got? He said, I don't know nothing about sports. So let me go look at what it is. And he brings it out. This one card's in a top loader, and it's I says, well, geez, what do you want for it? He goes, you put $10 in my mailbox, just take it. Otherwise, it's just going to sit here. And I went, yes, okay, you know. And I looked at the card. I knew the card was nice. I just didn't have any idea how nice when I got it. So I put an envelope, put $10 in, and he had it sitting in the mailbox for me the next day. There it is. And I think I did very well. I don't know why the seller didn't want the card back. Whatever. From 2001, Fleer. Boy, what is it called? Oh, Fleer Authority rookie card of Drew Brees, and it's pretty nice. I'm definitely going to PSA it, and these are numbered. You can tell how old the card is from 2001. Look at the numbering. 1174 out of 1350, and a Drew Brees numbered rookie card for $10, all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Nice, nice surface. You can tell. I looked it over pretty good. I think at the worst it gets a 9 from PSA. You know, I don't see any big mishaps in the card, especially surface. Edges look good. Corners are decent. I think it gets a 9. And that's a good card 9. It's like $80, $90. So it's a good addition. Just on the fly doing my regular mail route. You know, that's so cool. I wish I could run into that a lot more. So, very nice. Drew Brees rookie. Fleer Authority. PSA bound at some point. And the last card I've been talking, I only showed 3 cards. I've been talking for almost 17 minutes. But let me get some thing to show along with this card that I already own. I'll put it aside here. This is, it became big when I got this card. I don't know if I probably had a little bit to do with it, but you know how I am. Anything Super Bowl related or Ice Bowl related, I am all over when it comes to Bart Starr stuff. I love that stuff. Love it. It's always going to rank in the top third of my loves of my collection. Anything related to those 2 things. So when this particular card came up for auction, I figured I was going to have to pay. And I did. From 2010, yeah, 2010 Classics. Super Bowl pigskin. And you'll see why in a minute that I just love this stuff. A piece of Super Bowl II football relic of Bart Starr with a lace hole. And this card is pretty rare. It's not extremely rare if you think about numbering stuff, because it's numbered 12 out of 24. But people have gone crazy for football pieces from Dunner's Classics. And I kind of am a little reason why for it. Now, when I got this card in, I was hoping for great condition. It's not. It won't be graded, but it is definitely a wanted card, because a lot of you know one of my favorite cards of all time in my Bart Starr collection is the autograph version. This is the only one 9, 5, 10, and this is out of 5. And you can't see, I very doubt, maybe you can, right on the football piece right here, the last 3 letters of ERN. Well, I had to look up the football. I probably explained this to before. So that's my autograph version. One of my favorite cards of all time. So when I looked up that particular one, it has ERN lettering. I had to look up Super Bowl II footballs, game-used footballs, not just commemorative, game-used Super Bowl II football. That's a piece of history right there. The ERN, they had on the football, it had Eastern and Western Conference, because they didn't call it the Super Bowl then. Not yet. Not until, I think, Super Bowl III, or maybe after Super Bowl II. They called it the NFL championship game, I believe. So on the football, it has Eastern and Western Conference. Well, I got the ERN off of either Eastern or Western on my autograph. Now this one has its, I don't know what that black piece is. It looks like a thread from near the lace hole. I don't know. But definitely a very cool Super Bowl II piece to match one of my most favorite prized possessions in my collection. I had to have this card. I didn't care what I paid, and I paid quite a bit. I paid more for this than with a good chunk of my autographs. This was like in the $185 range for this card, just for a Super Bowl II piece. So, important card in the collection. Very important card. I needed to have the match of that. There's Jim Taylor ones of that, and I should have bought those a couple years ago. I had an opportunity to buy some Jim Taylor ones, and I just didn't. You live and learn. It didn't become huge until I got this card. I've seen the football pieces go for nothing before that. It's I don't know if I started that trend or added to the excitement of the Super Bowls. What thickness is that? Is that 100 point? Look at that. Guess 100 point. Yeah, I probably did add to the excitement of it. Or people, there's a lot of sports fans that we all have trends, and I really love Super Bowl. I've always loved Super Bowl or Ice Bowl things. That is definitely 100 point. I did a good eye job on that. So there it is. For whatever reason in my collection, I was telling some of my friends that I love finding Bart Starr stuff that is numbered 12 out of whatever. I have a lot of it for whatever reason. So there it is. That's my cards. There were some big cards that showed up, and I had an opportunity to get a few different ones. It just never panned out. But I'm glad I got that one. That was on my radar for a long time. I wish it would grade out to match this one with the gold. They're insane to grade. When I got this card in, it was no one of those no doubters like the Russ Grimm. When I got it in off a cash trade, and I looked at it right away, and the subgrades were 10, 9.5, 9.5, and 9. 9 was the corners. That's the only thing I was really worried about, but they were still pretty decent corners. When I looked at how sharp the edges were, it was no doubt in my mind. This one has different issues, corner issues and edge issues, so I can't do it. But still, awesome piece. So not even a Bart Starr autograph, and it's one of the major parts of my collection already. So I'm sorry I rambled for 23 minutes. That's all I have. It's on my day off. I got nothing to do. I'm going to try to catch up on my Instagram stuff. I'm going to try to catch up on my Star stuff and getting it all organized. So thanks everybody for watching. I love you guys. Take care, and you guys have a great Christmas. It's coming up quick, and I don't see anything on the horizon for a while. So stay collecting and just do your thing, everybody. Have fun doing it. Love you guys. Take care.